Let me show you how to use my templates on these Walmart bags.
From paper to purpose, watch her design. Wendy's created designs, one of a kind. Cut, fold, turn dreams to life. Stay for the story behind every design.
Okay, I want to show you two ways to use Silhouette Studio when sizing up or down on your templates that you receive from me. Okay, so if you downloaded a template from the Stand Store, I'm going to show you exactly what to do. Okay, so we're already in the Silhouette Studio software. Okay, so you'll take your mouse, you'll click over here on this white piece of paper, and these are your settings according to how you're going to print your stuff. Okay, so say if you have let me show you first. On machine, you would put none because there's no machine required to use Silhouette Studio. Okay, cutting mat, you just put none. Okay, just hit these little drop down arrows just like that. Okay, media size, you'll put custom. Now right here for the width and the height. So you see my width says 84 and my height says 28. That's the size of my printer that I'm going to be using. But for you, say you have a 8.5, right? Hit enter. By 11 sheet. Or should I say printer? Just a standard size, right? There we go. So now you have an 8.5 by 11 right here. Okay. Hit file. You could just hit open. Okay. And find whatever it is that you're looking for. So we're going to the front of the purple robe. So that's what we're going to bring in here. And this is how the file will pop up in here. Okay. Automatically it will come up just like this here. So I did make sure that these files are, DPI 300. Okay. So that way, when you guys want to size it up or down, it does not lose any type of anything. As you can see, you see how I'm stretching it and it still has all of its beauty. Okay. Just want to show you that first. So, and right now it's stretched to width 32.749, height 18.588. Now I'm going to hit unlock right here. This is where you're going to size your template however you need it. Okay. So I'm going to hit back and I'm going to put right now, just so I can get it down to size, I'm going to put a 10 and over here in the width area, I'm going to move that and put a 10 and hit enter. Okay. Just to get it back down to size so I can see it. Excuse me. So now go up. I'm going to slide this on here. So these have little markings. You know, when things print out, it always have, if you don't have a printer that will do the borderless printing, then you will have this little white marking around your picture whenever it comes out. Okay, and then you'd cut around it. So in this case, let me grab a bag. So what we're doing is we're going to size up this here according to a Walmart bag. Okay, after this video of me showing you how to use Silhouette Studio, I'm going to show you how to use one of my templates on a bag. Okay. Now this is a smaller template. I haven't actually put it up yet, but I want to show you guys. So the bag we're using, so you can see this is a Walmart bag, but the bag we're using says a 10 by 12 by 5. Okay. So we want the height to be 12. So you would back out and you put 12, hit enter, and the width to be a 10. So that's correct. Okay. The 5, that's for the side of the bag. Okay. So we're not going to worry about that. Okay. So this is it. This here is a 12 by 10 and your sheet is an 8.5 by 11. So what you can do, you can break it up. And how you would do that, you would put this right here on your mat, your paper. And what's going to print out is just what you see right here only. So say if I hit print, let's see if it's going to do it. Okay. Yeah. So I hit print. I don't know what printer is saying that it's connected to. So I have to look at that. But anywho, this here little window here will give you the indication on, okay, that's my bigger printer. So ain't nothing really cut off too much, but it's supposed to be. So if it was my, other printer, then half of this would be cut off. So let me make it bigger just so I can give you an example because it's not cutting off what I needed to cut off. So I'm just going to spread it out like this here, right? And we're going to hit print. There we go. So this is how it would look. It would look half cut off just like this. If you have an 8 by 11 standard size printer. So what you would do is you would go and print this half out, right? You would hit print and it'll take you to your printer and you would print that out. After you print that out, you will bring the other half that did not print yet over on the paper. Okay. And when you do that, you would hit print again. And you see how you got the rest of it right here. This is the window to show you to print the rest of it out. Okay. And then you would piece it together. Now, move this out the way. If you was doing a smaller bag, okay, say you were doing a 8.5. No, let's say you were doing a 7, height 7. Okay. Width, we're going to do that a 7 too. All right. Then your mat is big enough to just go and print the bag out for you. Just like that. All right. And then you could go right back up here and print it as you please. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this if you had a wide format printer as well. And like I said, and then I'm going to show you how to actually put it on the bags, the Walmart bags. But this here is the main thing I want you to focus on right now. So if you have a box in your presence and you need it to be covered or a bag, measure the bag or box that you have and then put your measurements up in here. Okay. If you want it to cover a little more and not just to the edge, and if you want it to hang over a little bit, then just put 0.1. So where our height is a 12 inches, put the 12 point and come behind it and put 1. Okay. Take that out and put 1 and hit enter. That will give you a little bit more play. All right. If you need a little more, because you could always cut it off. You could do the same thing on the width part as well. So just play around with it until it's the way you want it. Okay. But my biggest thing right now is to show you guys that you can take one template, no matter what template it is, and size it like this. So I'm trying to find a huge size to give you, like a 55. Let's see what 55 looks like. Okay, straight up like that. It looked crazy, right? By 35 maybe? Okay. This is a 55 by 35. But as you can see, you can still see all the grain in this. You can still see the quality in the robe, right? So that's basically what I'm trying to show you. So you can go big, okay, if you want to go big. or you could keep it small. Now let's move to the other format. Okay, right here, width and height, you're going to put the size paper that you're going to be using to print out on. I'm going to be printing out on a 24 by 28, so that's why those sizes are there. Okay, and you can show your border print line right here, or you could take it off. That's by choice. I prefer to have it, so even though I put it on, you see it just right here because it thinks I'm going to use my smaller printer, but it will change. Okay, so now say you've already received your files, you downloaded them, and you already extracted them from the zip file, right? Okay, so now what you need to do, if you have only an 8 by 5, then this is really irrelevant to you, this particular part here. But if you have a wider format, then you can drag and drop everything on one page. Okay, so I'm gonna open up more than one side. This is one of my designs, but that's not the one we're going to use today. Okay, hit my files, and then I'm going to do this again, just like that. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is hit downloads, because mine's already downloaded. All right, and so I'm going to drag and drop. I'm going to drag the front of the purple robe here and drop. Y'all see it right there? Okay, grab the back. There it go right there, and I'm moving it out the way. If you put it on top of each other, it's gonna change into whatever you put it on top, and you'll have to bring the other one over, so don't do that. Okay, now I'm gonna bring my side over. And I'm trying to just keep them out the way. I'm gonna bring my other side over. And then I have it's really a bottom piece, but I named it trim because that's what I'm using it for on this one. Okay, I almost dropped the computer, my goodness. All right, now that's all the files that I need over here. Okay, so now I'm gonna open up Silhouette a little bigger so you can see. So now, no, cancel. Okay, so when you don't see anything right here, it's because you haven't tapped in a spot where, and I got y'all at an angle too. That's one of my problems. There we go. Now you see everything up here, okay? Just find you a spot and tap on one of your pieces, okay? And you will find where you should be. Okay, so we're going to start with this one here. So this needs to be, we need to unlock this right here. That lock right there. Unlock it and lock it. We unlocked it. The height for these bags is going to be a 12, and the width is going to be a 10. And hit enter each time that you put it in. Move this out the way and just bring it down just like that. Okay, I'm going to bring my back up here, and it's going to be a what did I say, 12 and a 10. Okay, move the side out of the way. So that's going to go here, and this is going to go here. All right, now the sides. The side is going to be a 12 in height by 5, but I want it to be a 5.1. Okay, so both sides, that's what we need. 12, 5.1. Okay, the trim, we're going to make it a 10 in height and a 1 in width. Okay, and we need 2 of them, so we're going to right click on it and hit duplicate. Okay, now this is ready for me to print out for my bag. Now you know exactly how to size up and down. So please note, okay, when you purchase from me and you purchase these, that you have to be familiar with Silhouette Studio. If you're not, that's what this video is for, to help you get familiar with it. All right. Again, it is a free download, and you do not have to have a machine. Again, I do not have a machine whatsoever. All right. So this can be done. Now, as far as having it in Canva, it's going to restrict you on what you can do. All right. So I just wanted to put that out there again. So just please be aware that you have to either be familiar with this or willing to get familiar with it. All right. So these are the Walmart bags. They are 2 in a pack for $1, so you can't beat that. So you pretty much getting a bag for 50 cents. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead on and take one out, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna put this template on it. Okay. Okay, so the template is already sized perfect for these bags. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. We're gonna take the ribbon out of the bag. And we're gonna take that little white tag that's hanging in the inside of it out. And then we're going to flip the bag over to the opposite side, the back side, and take that little flap and fold it down. This is the back of your bag. All right. Make sure it's nice and flat. And then once it's nice and flat, go ahead on and do the best that you possibly can to make it, match up to the top. Okay. And then just rub it on. And as you go, you just rub your paper on just like this. Very easy, very simple. This is the only way I know to do it. Okay. I feel like it's much easier. Okay. So any extra hangover, you could cut it off or you could fold it over on your bag. I chose to cut mine off. And so I'm going to try to do this on the next side. It cooperates just a little bit. Okay. But it still does what it's supposed to do. Now, once we get those two sides cleaned off the way we like it, we're going to move on to those little pieces of trim that we had made. Okay. So the trim is really for the inside of the bag, okay? Because the bag folds over on the inside. So what I'm doing first is poking holes through the bag first, okay? Where the holes were already made. And then now we're going to take that trim and put it on the inside of the bag, okay? So I'm just taking the sticky paper off of it. And then I'm going to lay the trim on the inside of the bag. And hopefully you'll see this in just a moment. So you see how I'm applying it right at the edge of the bag at the top? That's what you want, okay? So now we poke those holes in from the other side. Now we got to go on the same side and poke those holes through that piece so we can put our ribbon back in, okay? So I'm sticking holes back in there where the holes were already at. And then now we can go ahead on and run the ribbon back through the hole, okay? On both sides. And the back side is pretty much taken care of. Clean up any extra that you may see, sticky paper that's hanging over. All right. And so then we can move on to the front. Okay. So now I'm just trying to fold the bag a little bit so I have enough room, enough of play to lay my front piece. Okay. So what you need to do first before you lay this front piece is go and cut out that white part. So just nicely cut all the way around the little white perimeter on it. When you get to the little bow at the top, just take your time and cut it the best that you possibly can, okay? Then you can go ahead on and apply it to your bag, okay? So again, start from the top of the bag and work your way down. Once you do that, then you can go ahead on and put a Dollar Tree cutting mat or whatever cutting mat that you got that can fit inside this bag and cut that window out. It's the same procedure as you were cutting the white piece out. Just take your time until you can get it all cut out nice and neat. All right. If the blade don't work, rotate with scissors. That's what I do a lot. Now it's time to add the trim on the other side of the bag. Okay. So we're going to go and add that. But first we have to take and punch our holes again so we'll be able to see where it goes. Okay. Because if we cover it up before we do that, then we're not going to know where these holes are. All right, so I did that part. So now I'm going to go ahead on and apply the trim on the inside of the bag on the front part of it. Now that the trim is on the inside, now I need to lay the front of the bag down and punch those holes back in so to go all the way through the bag once again. So we'll be able to put our ribbon handles back into our bag. So now it's time to do the sides, okay? So the best way to do the sizes, of course, is open your bag up. Okay. And then once you open your bag up, you're going to start from the top edge of the front of your bag at the very top, and you're going to work your way down. So as you apply this on here, you see it folds in right now because the bag was folded. So you're going to have to stick your hand under there and apply it at the same time, and just rub it a little bit at a time until you get all the way to the bottom of your bag. Once you get it on, you can fold your bag again and make it look nice and neat and uniform. And so after you get that formed the way you want to, you can flip the bag over on the other side and do the exact same thing. So once you get this other side on, it's really up to you if you want to add a bottom piece to it. You can actually add a bottom piece. Did I? No, I did not. I left the bottom black because it's going to be face down anyway, but I did cover the rest of it. So it's now time to add the window in. So all I did was just lay it on top of the bag and size it up that way. Just cut exactly what I need. And then we just put some double-sided tape on it. And we're going to just take the double-sided tape part of the tape on it off. And we're going to just connect it to our bag. And that's pretty much it. So all you do now is just make sure you got a nice snug fit and it fits your bag perfectly, okay? And that's pretty much it, guys. It's really not hard to do, long as you have the right tools, which is double-sided tape and of course your template. And you can just do what you like and make it beautiful. But here it is. Turned out really nice. And this is the smaller version for the Walmart bag. So these are the bags that I've done the smaller version of it, okay? This is the collection I did just show you, but this here is a smaller version of it. I wanted to do it with the Walmart bags because they were so much more cheaper than the Dollar Tree boxes. But the next ones will be on boxes. But I wanted to show you that you can do these on the bags, okay? And this one here actually have products in it already. I'm pretty sure y'all familiar with those products in there. All right. So I appreciate you guys watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. These are not quite available yet, but they will be soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.